Welcome to another segment of Wine in the Glass. Today, we're just going to get down to the basics. We're going to talk about how to appreciate a glass of red wine. Now, whether you're drinking an expensive glass or a cheap glass or just your average everyday wine that you would order at a restaurant per se, the steps are the same. There's four basics. First thing you want to do is you want to look at the wine. So you look at it. A lot of people, they'll hold it up to the light, take a look at it. A lot of professionals will say have a white tablecloth. You put the wine so that you can look at it against a white background. What you're doing is you're looking at it. You're looking at the color, the depth. And if you notice on the sides of the wine, when you hold it, sometimes you'll see that the sides are a little different from the middle, the center, where it's the deepest, obviously, in the glass. And if you notice like a little browning or orange color, the wine's probably aged. And this particular one is 2007 Syrah, so we don't tend to get any of that here. Another thing you do when you look at the wine is you swirl it, and you swirl it to oxygenate it. That's for step 2, which is the smell. But you'll also can notice what they call the legs that fall down on the side of the glass. Yeah, a little controversial here, but a lot of people say, well, you can tell the alcohol content by the legs. A lot of people say that the closer they are together, the higher the alcohol content. But really, step 2 is to smell it. Now, when you're smelling a wine, you're going to look for different flavors, different fruits, whether it's dark fruits, red fruits, earth tones, such as like wood, minerals. There's just a whole gamut. Sometimes you get food flavors like mushroom or something. This particular Syrah that I'm trying here right now, getting some real heavy fruit, like a jammy smell to it. Well, now that we've looked at it, we've seen it, step 3, the taste. Probably what I consider to be the most important. So we're going to put it in our mouth and we're going to taste it. Now, just like you swirl it to oxygenate it, a lot of the experts will take the wine in their mouth, and what they'll do is they'll aerate the wine while it's in their mouth. They'll suck a little air in. I know it looks weird, but trust me. They'll suck the air in to percolate the wine in their mouth, and they'll get a whole much more wider array of flavors. So again, swirl it. Now, my buddy always says I do this just to look cool for the chicks, but no, we do it to aerate the wine, and now we give it a taste. Unbelievable. Now, when you taste wine, the fourth step is to summarize. Think about the flavors that you've had in your mouth. Your tongue has 3 different taste zones. You have the front, the middle, and the back. And in these different zones, you're going to taste maybe the sweet, the salt, the sour. I always notice that I get a little bit of that. Like if there's any tannins, acidity left in the wine, you're going to get that in the back of your throat. But what you also want to try and taste and gather is also the body of the wine. And the body is, well, best way to explain it is like cream versus skim milk. It's how heavy is it when it's in your mouth. And this particular wine, I would say, is leaning a little bit more towards the heavier side. It's got a great body. It's got a great nose. Let's give it another taste. And a nice finish. And finish is how long the flavor remains after the swallow. And some wines can last up to a whole minute. But that's your 4 basic steps. You look at it, you smell it, you taste it, my favorite part, and then you summarize it. Those are the 4 basic steps to drinking a good glass of wine, or any glass of wine. Cheers. Wherever you are, I hope you're drinking something good. God knows I am.